Show here at AM 1230 WJOB and 104.7 FM, the voice of the region here in Hammond, Indiana, just to the south of Chicago. We are along Indianapolis Boulevard and on the campus of the Purdue Northwest Commercialization and Manufacturing Excellence Center. One of our charges here is to create a startup community along Indianapolis Boulevard, just a block away from the campus. And one of the ways we do that is with 1 Million Cups. It's an initiative by the Kauffman Foundation to create startup communities all around America, and we're doing what we can here along what will one day be known as Silicon Boulevard. What we do is bring people in and just tell us about their innovative ideas. Before we do that, we have a live studio audience, so it's actually on AM, it's on FM, it's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, and it's streaming live on the TuneIn app. We think that's a unique experience for anybody doing this around the country, and we just wish others would. And if you have any questions, just get a hold of us here at WJOB, and we'll walk you through it. I do want to thank Nana's Sweets Bakery.com. Nana's brought some strawberries filled with cream that evidently there's quite the stir here that there's only so many of them, so first come, first serve, and quite frankly, the bigger people are getting them and not the smaller ones. And then we have Coffee Cabin, which has been a long supplier of what we're doing here. Coffee Cabin is on US 30 near 41, just to the east of US 41 in Cherville. We want to thank both of those folks for continuing to support what we do here at 1 Million Cups. Without me blabbing anymore, let's hear it for Barb Gederian Muckel. She's going to tell you all about what Xcel to Fitness is. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Dream Chasers. I am Barbara Gederian Muckel, and I am the chapter president of Xcel to Fitness, Northwest Indiana. And I would like to thank Jim, WJOB, Mon Hanley, and 1 Million Cups for giving me this opportunity to speak to you this morning. Sorry. There we go. Xcel to Fitness is a nonprofit curriculum-based program for 3rd through 5th grade boys, available to schools, public and private, homeschoolers, churches, recreational centers, and clubs like the Boy Scouts of America. Our mission statement drives our organization. It's the basis for everything we do, and it reads, using the fundamentals of fitness to develop the character boys need to chase their dreams. We deliver fitness through fun challenges focused on speed, agility, strength, balance, and cardio. Our character development focuses on meaningful conversations based on teamwork, leadership, and goal setting. We strive to empower boys to be fearless dream chasers through engaging conversations and overcoming challenges throughout each session. My dad always said, give back to the community where you were raised. I'm a Northwest Indiana native, growing up in Hammond and Munster, and about 5.5 years ago, I joined Girls on the Run of Northwest Indiana as a coach, and now I am a member of the board. And each season that I coached, it became apparent that there was a need for a boys program in this area that was equal to Girls on the Run. So with the support of my awesome family, some great friends, and a ton of answered prayers from God, I'm beyond grateful to let you know that we are now heading into our 3rd season. Each Xcel Fitness season is 6 weeks and 12 sessions long. 6 weeks, so it's 2 times a week. They meet after school for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Xcel to Fitness provides the curriculum and the equipment that the team actually gets to keep after the season. Each registered boy gets an X2F to go book, and that is like an at-home guide that intentionally sparks conversation and gives the boy an even more, just like a better experience with throughout the X2F season. And every boy gets an X2F pack, which is a drawstring bag with a t-shirt, water bottle, bandana, and wristband. Each season wraps up with our Dream Chaser Challenge obstacle course race. And this is like our Super Bowl. It's our chance to celebrate the season, empower our boys to overcome obstacles on the course and in life, show off to the community and connect with their community and allow everyone to see what Xcel to Fitness is all about. The Dream Chaser Challenge obstacle course consists of 8 to 10 obstacles, and it's based on the fitness challenges that the boys learn during the season. The boys have to conquer these obstacles as a team, and it's based on their character discussion conversations that they have within every session. At the end of the competition, each coach presents a boy with a dog tag medal that reads, "I am a Dream Chaser." Once again, this year for our 3rd season, our Dream Chaser Challenge will be held at the beautiful Wolf Lake Pavilion in Hammond on October 28th, 2017. As I mentioned, with strong faith and the support of family and friends, I brought this outstanding program to Northwest Indiana, but we need you. There are many ways that you can volunteer in this program. We need 2 coaches per 15 boys on a team. Anybody can coach. You can be a parent, you can be a teacher, you can just be a member of the community, a business owner can coach an X2F team. I have a neighbor that's volunteered to sort T-shirts this season. I've rallied family and friends to do the build out and tear down of the obstacles, to be obstacles like course marshals, scorekeepers, and to MC our event. Thank you to Mr. Tom Bialik for doing that for 2 seasons now. There is a registration fee for the participant that covers the cost per boy, including their entry into the Dream Chaser Challenge obstacle course. But not all boys' families can afford the registration fee, and we will not turn down a boy due to financial hardship. We're looking for community sponsors and donors to support our Xcel to Fitness Northwest Indiana chapter sponsorships. Or scholarships, sorry. Last season, our local Highland Meyer grocery store, number 170, graciously donated to Northwest Indiana's Xcel to Fitness program. And the store manager, Kelly Kathlina, was instrumental in securing a sizable donation from Meyer Corporate to cover those scholarships for the season. But we're growing, which is great, and we are growing. Amplify Media, owned by Michelle Piskel, has been instrumental in doubling the number of participants in our program from 67 boys in Season 1 to 124 boys in Season 2. And as we speak, we are ramping up to double that number for Season 3. And the ever-gracious hosts of the Tom Foolery Show, Mr. Tom Bialik and Miss Michelle Piskel, are putting together a monumental fundraising event for Xcel to Fitness Northwest Indiana. Tom Foolery's next event, which will be on Saturday, September 30th of 2017, will be staged at what can be considered the Calumet region's most historic venue, the Hoosier Theater in the beautiful downtown Whiting, Indiana. This show will be blending some of the finest stand-up, improv, and musical comedy that includes Marcy, the one and only Deloney, Lucky Luciano, and the Famous Brothers, with live music by rock legend Rockin' Horse. Tickets are on sale now through the Tom Foolery Fun Club and our website, xceltofitness.com/Northwest Indiana. As I mentioned, we will never turn a boy away due to financial hardship. And as there are many ways to volunteer in this program, there are also many ways to sponsor and donate. Xcel to Fitness has sponsor packets available at the local, corporate, and title sponsor levels. You can contact me at 219-595-XCEL or Barbara M. at xceltofitness.com. And Dream Chasers, let me ask you, wouldn't it be awesome to see Xcel to Fitness Northwest Indiana powered by you? Thank you.
All right, Barb Gederian Muckel, right here from, we're right near the border of Hammond and Munster, so very much a local gal, still living in the area. And as you guys are listening on the radio, once again, it's on AM 1230 WJOB and 104.7 FM. And also we are, of course, streaming live on Facebook and Twitter and on the TuneIn app. And this is part of 1 Million Cups, and Barb just gave her presentation. If anybody else wants to present here in 1 Million Cups, either an innovative idea of some sort or startup community, or once a month we take a charity to show innovative things that different charities are doing, all you got to do is get a hold of Mont Handley here at the Purdue Northwest Commercialization and Manufacturing Excellence Center. As you guys know, we hand the microphone around. So, Mont, take that out, and we're just going to turn the microphone if anybody has any questions. Barb, I have a question.
What's that?
Number one challenge in getting boys to want to exercise?
Really, I don't think there is a challenge. I think boys want to move around, and this program has a little bit of character discussion at the beginning of a session, and then boom, they're right into the fitness challenges. There are no limitations in this program. Any boy can do the challenges. I can do the challenges, so if I can do them, anybody can do them. So I don't think there's a challenge with them doing the fitness.
The participation, you've doubled. Why?
Well, that's thanks to Michelle Piskel and Amplify Media helping me advertise on social media and many other things. She has helped me in so many countless ways. But the word has spread. And we went from 67 boys in our first season to 124, exactly doubled, which was so very exciting. Part of that was we had a recreational center in Gary, and they had a huge turnout with the boys that wanted to participate in that program.
So if we really look at it, I mean, you're basically a startup business. It's gone from 67 to 130 participants, and you have a website, and you're going through all of the things that a new business would be that's starting up. So any tips, any things that you've learned in that process, basically starting out as a coach at Girls on the Run, moving over and saying boys need the same thing. So now you basically have its own unit. Any special challenges and any solutions you may have come up with out of that? Well,
first of all, Xcel the Fitness International, it's based in North Carolina. That was started 6 years ago. We're in like 8 different states. So I researched because I really wanted a program that was going to equal to Girls on the Run. You have to get yourself around people that are going to support you 100% and feed off your passion. I mean, it's hard for me not to have my hands flying when I'm talking about this program, and you have to have people around you that are going to feed off that passion. But I get phenomenal support from X2F International, and in this area from Girls on the Run, Northwest Indiana. And I have just circled myself around people that understand what I'm trying to do here, and who feed off my passion and appreciate that.
That's it's probably something that just about any business any startup business especially, can benefit from, surrounding yourself with basically the right people.
Absolutely.
They have to have the same passion. Could be the right person, very intelligent and capable, but they still have to be committed to the vision. And it sounds like that's what you got around you. So here we are. If anybody wants to call in at 219-845-1100, if you have any questions for Barb, and if we have any in the audience, any comments or questions, we'd very much appreciate it. And I'll just hand the microphone. Anybody here? I think Mont Hanley, the associate director. Mont, I'm going to hand it to you. And we're one person short today. Christina Cortez is actually on a shoot, and she normally operates that camera. So I'm going to switch with you. You take the questions, and I'll operate the camera. Here we go. There you go.
So let me just say, excellent presentation.
Thank you.
I would say top 5, everyone. Maybe top 10. Top 3. Okay, so I point that out because I tell entrepreneurs, and I do think what you're doing is entrepreneurial.
Yes.
I actually started out in the sports event industry, and I see that as incredibly entrepreneurial. Anybody who wants to start a business can maybe jump into this and do this. And what you've shown is what every small business wants to see, what every growing business wants to see, and that's a hockey stick for growth. So you had 100 or 60 or 70?
67.
And then you went up this way, and now you're shooting for another one, so that's a hockey stick. That's really good. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Can I ask you, were you interested in doing this presentation, or did someone have to talk you into it?
Well, honestly, when I was first invited by Tom and Michelle to come a couple months ago, I thought, oh, it'd be great to be up there and be able to speak in front of this group, not knowing that you do give that chance to nonprofits. And then Michelle, last month, she's like, you got to get in front of this group. So, I mean, I wanted to, but I was prompted by Michelle to do this, absolutely, and it's a great opportunity to do it. I highly recommend it to everyone.
Absolutely. So I want to commend you for encouraging them to do this. And did you train?
We worked a little bit.
Hold on a second. Yep, we need a microphone over here.
Oh, no. Well, we did work together because we do a lot of work together. So I support her in many different ways on this venture. And not only do I help her with a lot of the social media and the business part, I thought for me to fully understand it, I needed to coach.
Oh, yeah.
So actually, I coached the first 2 seasons. So I totally dove into it and coached 2 seasons with boys at my school, and it was rewarding beyond belief. I mean, if anyone can get out and give a little bit of time and coach, I did it after school, and to go to the Dream Chaser Challenge and just absorb their energy. If I could bottle it, it'd be worth a lot of money. But so I'm excited to just learn every aspect of it and help it grow. Like we said, doubling every time.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
So thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
Okay, so I know it's not a typical business. I know we have a lot of business minds out here, but you got to be impressed with the growth, right? Can you tell us, what do you do with the funding? I know it's a not-for-profit, so does it just keep plugging back in?
Keeps plugging back in to Xcel the Fitness Northwest Indiana. So we are, Xcel the Fitness International takes care of all of that once we send the registrations in and everything, and it comes right back. Anything that's donated and whatever comes right into Northwest Indiana's chapter. And so we just keep plugging it right back in. That's why we're ramping up to double our numbers. We want to hit 250 for season 3, and I think we are going to do it. We are just going to do it.
Sure. Thanks again for the presentation and for your time. I know a lot of times in nonprofits, in the organization, the workers don't pull in, a large salary. That's not really where my question's going. It does allude maybe to what Mont was mentioning. What is it that you do to manage your business from a income statement or a profit and loss statement? Do you have to do that? Many entrepreneurs who are starting up don't look at the revenue and the costs. How do you manage that in a nonprofit?
Oh, well, Xcel the Fitness International, like I said, that is where it started. The program was created by Stephen Vaughn out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and they really take care of all of that for me. Everything is very transparent. The numbers are exact, and the support system is unbelievable, but they take care of all of that. Like when I brought this program here, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I just brought it because I thought we needed a program here for boys. I had no idea that all of this other stuff was involved in it. So I do have another income stream currently. And because of that, because we're just going into our 3rd season, but Xcel the Fitness International takes care of all of that for us.
So I really love the way you were able to work in the fundraiser that Tom Fuller is doing,
yes.
and that's like kind of placement of little plugs for other people. I would never do that except for Awesome Coffee Cabin and nanasweetsbakery.com. Did you are you going to receive like funding from that event in Whiting?
I hope so. Yes, it's a fundraiser. So.
Well, I was just going to
Yes,
ask, like,
yes.
how do you plan on like supporting her? Can you speak about that?
Please.
Can you stand up and face the camera?
Oh, sure. Well, first of all, Barb looks remarkably like a young girl I went to kindergarten with, but I think it was her mom. This young lady can't be the one. But as far as the tomfoolery show, our goal is to provide 100% of the ticket sales to Xcel to Fitness. We find sponsors that will underwrite the cost of the talent and the venue, and from that point forward, all ticket sales go directly to the organization.
Okay, that's incredible. Jennifer, I only have so much cord. Can you come up this way?
Thank you.
Hi, you did a good presentation.
Thank
You
you.
look nice and comfortable up there.
Thank
but
you.
my question was, how much does it cost for a boy to join?
It's a $125 registration fee, but when it's at a school or an organization, it is, well, with the schools, because we've had it in schools these past 2 seasons, it's based on the free and reduced lunch program. So we've had boys pay as little as $30 per boy for registration, and because most of our schools, all the schools that we've had thus far in the last 2 seasons were on the free and reduced lunch program, that's why we've had the sponsorships that have paid for those scholarships, because there were the majority of the boys that are in this program were not able to afford the registration program. And I won't turn anybody down. I'll find that money somewhere. We'll find that money somewhere. So, yeah.
So, Barb, I have a question that's sort of off topic from,
Okay.
what you're doing. But you mentioned that you actually worked with a girl program first before you started the all male. In this era of diversity, sensitivity, do you ever have anybody contact you and say, why is it just boys that you're working with?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the same with Girls on the Run. Boys were popping their head in the gym. Why can't we do this? Why can't we do this? We have that also, especially after our obstacle course race. We have a lot of parents that are like, my girl wants to do this. My girl wants to do this. I'm just going to say that Xcel to Fitness International is thinking about this. We don't ever want to turn anyone away from the program, but they are thinking about this. But the curriculum, which changes every season, is specifically geared for boys because there's a little bit of discussion, a lot of, running around and their fitness challenges, and then reining them back in for a little bit of discussion. Whereas with the girls program, there's a little bit more discussion time because girls want that, a little bit more of that talking.
Okay.
But we are thinking about that. So
Very good. In another effort to put a shameless plug in for someone, Phil Schwerigan from Lock Group, who's going to be doing a program here tomorrow, has a question for you.
So, well done. I just want to make a suggestion here, and it's about the consistency of the experience. And so you have this rapid growth coming your way. I'd like you to consider focusing on both the parent as well as the participant and their experience from the sign-up perspective. But what I would encourage you is to make sure that that experience from year to year is consistent, because they're going to say, oh, it's really gone down in quality, and then it's going to kind of work against you. So growth is great. Just put that infrastructure in place to make sure what you're delivering is consistent from year to year and moving towards the expectation of your participant.
thank you so much. We get that same advice from Xcel to Fitness International also. We strive to deliver excellence with everything. Thank you.
One more.
Yeah, it was a great presentation. I just wanted to know, as we learned a lot about what you do and the details to it, what's the really deep, compelling reason that you do this and that you would want us to get involved with it? So we can make assumption as to why fitness is good for boys and such, but what's the real compelling reason to do Xcel to Fitness when there's soccer teams to be coached and lots of other things vying for us to get involved in? Is there a really unique benefit that Xcel to Fitness brings to the boys who are involved in it for their long-term life and the people participating with it.
I'm so glad you asked me that. Thank you so much. Part of my
Excellent
challenge
question.
with this is keeping it at a minimum and not having my hands flying around while I'm talking, because I love this program so much. I have an almost 25-year-old son, and he had every advantage growing up, okay, from baseball, football, music, theater, everything, okay? And when I coached with Girls on the Run, and I saw the need for boys, a lot of kids don't have these opportunities, and that tugs at me. So that's what I wanted. Now with Xcel to Fitness, and why I chose this program, is because there are no limitations for the boys that are in this program, that want to be in this program. Soccer, sometimes you have to be good at running and kicking and whatever, and football, well, we all know, tackling and this and that, whatever, baseball, running and hitting. But with Xcel to Fitness, there are no limitations. I mean, there are boys in other chapters that have disabilities, that have a lot of different challenges, and they're all able to participate in this program. And that's what we strive, that anyone, any boy can be and can participate in this program. And with our character discussions, which go with teamwork, leadership, and goal setting, that's what we're trying to instill in them. Just using the fundamentals of fitness to instill those in them to go on within their life.
Switch here, Matt? You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay. Sure. I was just going to ask one last question. This is basically from the Committee of 1 Million Cups. How can our community help you?
Sponsorship, donations. We are looking for local, corporate, obviously title sponsors for our program, because as we grow, and we know, I mean, if it were up to me, every boy in Northwest Indiana would be in this program, and they wouldn't have to pay for any of it. But that's not the reality. So we are looking for businesses for sponsorship and donations. And buy the tickets to the tomfoolery show for the fundraiser in September.
Let's hear it for Bob Gederian Muckel. She did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Those of you listening on the radio, you just heard a presentation about Xcel to Fitness, and that can be found on the web. Exactly where again, Barb? Facebook page?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We have a website that is xceltofitness.com/NW Indiana. We also have a Facebook page, Xcel to Fitness-Northwest Indiana Facebook page. You can contact me at barbara.m@xceltofitness.com, or you can call me at 219-595-XCEL.
There you go. That's a lot of stuff that you could basically just type in XCEL2 and you'll probably get it.
Yes.
And if you put it in your
absolutely.
Type in XCEL2 and just put NWI. All right, so those of you on the radio, just to recap, you're listening to another installment of 1 Million Cups, and this is both on AM and FM and also on the TuneIn app, and we're going to be drawing our Facebook and our Twitter live video feeds to a close here in just a moment. But you can go back to the WJOB feed and rewatch this both on Facebook and Twitter. And once again, we want to thank Nana's Sweets and Coffee Cabin. And we'd also put another shameless plug in here for our own center here, as we have a groundbreaking on August 8th at 10 a.m. And that is for the co-working space. And many of you have been to the WJOB studios on the campus of the Commercialization Center here. We've been here about 3 years, and we have been working toward this moment where our next door neighbor will just be a community of startups and businesses that have innovative things going on, and we're creating a whole community. We've been working hard with Purdue and the Research Foundation. Finally, this is a big day. That'll be August 8th at 10 a.m. here, right here. And if you do come in for that groundbreaking, we're always welcome to show you guys the studios here. Purdue, it's the private and the public coming together, and we've been able to really create something great along Indianapolis Boulevard here. So at this time, we are going to end our Facebook and our Twitter video, and we want to thank Jimmy Mullaney, Ryan Walsh, Sam Michael on the production staff. Let's hear for these guys.